Ave Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. At that time, Jesus exclaimed, I give praise to you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, for although you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned, you have revealed them to the childlike. Yes, Father, such has been your gracious will. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. No one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and anyone whom the Son wishes to reveal him. The Gospel of the Lord.
I want to begin this with thanking Father Moore for allowing me to say this Mass. This is a very important day in my life as a priest. And when I requested, he said, why not? And he said also, I will be with you at the altar. And I also thank Father Vincent for being with me at the altar today to support me. That tells me a lot. That priesthood is not about yourself. It's about you and other people. So together, we all will make it to heaven. My brother priest and all of us here. On July 15, 1995, I was ordained a priest. And that's exactly 25 years today. But in Nigeria, as a matter of fact, I was ordained in Nigeria. And then the next day, which was the day for my first Holy Mass, something happened. After ordination, we were allowed to go back to our parents' houses or to the parish, anyone that is convenient for you. Lucky enough, I have one room in our little family house. And so when I woke up in the morning, there were many people there. Family members were all around, preparing things because there will be reception after Mass and everything. And so when I woke up in the morning, I came out to greet the people. My dad, who was still alive then, was by at the sitting place there. Immediately I came out, I was not expecting to see him anyways. And when I saw him, I was about to greet him in the usual way. In Africa, when you see your elder, you have to greet the person first. You don't let your elder greet you first. So talk less of your parents. So immediately my dad saw me, maybe he was waiting for me. Before I could see him, he said, "Good morning, Father." He was like, "No, I should greet you." He said, "Answer me. Good morning, Father." I said, "Good morning, Dad." I didn't know what else to say again. I was overawed. He just came immediately and knelt down in front of me and took my hands and placed on his head and said, "Bless me this morning." Other people there now around, and they all knelt down, and I blessed them. Really, I was shocked. For an African, it's a big deal. Maybe not for an American. For your dad to say good morning to you before you were able to say it. So that kept me thinking. It taught me something about the awe of the priesthood, the dignity and the glory of the priesthood. St. Paul was able to describe it very well. He said, "We are an earthenware jar that contained the mysteries of salvation." Talking about Christians. But I could take it to myself, that who am I that I will be a priest? And who am I that my dad that gave birth to me will call me Father Instead of me calling him Father, he's now calling me Father. It was amazing. And so that has been a constant reminder to me that the priesthood is not all about you. It's about recognizing the power of God in you. And even when you recognize that, God still expects you to humbly carry on the duties of the priesthood. Not to be, carried away by the dignity, the honor, the greetings, the respects. No, but you understanding that what is important is what is in you. The power of the priesthood, the power of Christ in you to serve the people, to serve the community, and to serve God. That's what is very awesome. And so that is what we keep telling ourselves every day as priests, that this is not all about us. It is all about our service to God. How do we minister to the people? How do we use the power and the honor and the glory we have to serve the people, to be at the service of the people, to minister to the people? That's what is important every day of my life. And I've been asking myself this question. Today's reading brings out more the contrast to what we expected to do. In the first reading, Assyria was used by God to punish Israel, the Israelites. But Assyria forgot that he was just an instrument in the hands of God to effect what God wanted him to do. But Assyria thought that it was by his own power. And so what happened? God also destroyed him because he was thinking that by my own power, I could destroy anybody I want to destroy, even the Israelites. And so God said, no, it's by my power that you did it. And unless you recognize the power of God that made you to do it, then you will lose out. And so every day of our life, do we recognize the power of God that we have? 1 John chapter 4, verse 4 says that he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. We have awesome power as Christians. We have awesome dignity and honor, not just as a priest, but as Christians, because we bear the name of Christ. We represent Christ. We are the ambassadors of Christ. The second reading, Jesus Christ was very apt. He said that our attitude should be that of childlike. What does that mean? That we don't need to attract attention to ourselves. When pride and arrogance makes one to bring all attention to yourself. It's all about me. I can do this. I can do it. No. It's all about being childlike and dependent on God, knowing that what you have is not yours to hold, but yours to use for the benefit of everyone. Brothers and sisters, as we reflect on this, may we continue to humbly do the works we do. And I, as a priest of God, I challenge myself to continue in humility on the next step. The next step. I don't know if I'll reach the next 25 years, but if I do, what I'm praying is that I will keep reminding myself every day that it's not all about me. It's all about the service, the ministry, the priesthood, representing Christ to people. God bless you all.
Regina Celi, letare, alleluia, qui aquam meruisti portare, alleluia, resurrexit sicut dixit,